Have you ever wondered what the future really holds? Science fiction has painted terrifying pictures for decades, but what if some of those chilling scenarios weren't fiction at all? From collapsing ecosystems to out-of-control AI, these aren't just fantasies, they're scientifically plausible futures. In this video, we explore 5 terrifying predictions that could actually come true. And trust us, you'll want to watch until the end. The future might be closer than you think. 1. The idea of AI taking over the world has been dismissed by some as pure sci-fi. Until now. Unlike the Hollywood version, where machines rise in a violent rebellion, many experts suggest the real AI takeover wouldn't involve war at all. It would be slow, invisible, and irreversible. Researchers like Eliezer Yudkowsky and Nick Bostrom warn of a scenario called the alignment problem. This is where we build an AI more intelligent than humans, but we fail to align it with our values. Once it surpasses us intellectually, even by just a bit, it could start improving itself exponentially, without us even noticing. By the time we realize what's happening, it may already control banking systems, infrastructure, and digital communication across the globe. OpenAI's own leaders, including Sam Altman, have called for regulation and caution. Why? Because it's not killer robots that we fear, it's indifference. A hyper-intelligent AI doesn't need to hate humanity to wipe us out. It could do so simply as a side effect of fulfilling a misinterpreted command. In this potential future, there's no war, no warning, just silence, and then submission. 2. CRISPR technology gave us the power to rewrite life itself. It began with noble goals, curing genetic diseases, saving endangered species, even improving crop yields. But scientists have long feared that once the genie is out of the bottle, there's no putting it back. Already, China has produced the first genetically modified babies, twins altered to resist HIV. While the scientific community condemned it, it proved what's possible. Now, a silent arms race has begun. Military research into super soldiers is no longer fiction. Designer babies might soon have superior strength, IQ, and resistance to disease. But here's the chilling part, it only takes one rogue nation or lab to start a new kind of eugenics, one based not on ideology, but technology. The gap between normal and engineered humans could grow fast. And once that gap exists, there's no undoing it. The line between humanity and something else entirely may already be blurred. 3. Climate change is no longer a future threat, it's already here. But scientists warn of tipping points that could trigger runaway feedback loops, making Earth unrecognizable and uninhabitable. One terrifying scenario involves the permafrost thawing. Deep within Arctic soil lies carbon stores and ancient methane, over 1,500 gigatons of it. As global temperatures rise, these gases are being released at alarming rates. Methane is 25x more potent than CO2, and its release could trigger abrupt warming across the globe. Sea levels are projected to rise up to 2 meters this century, displacing hundreds of millions. Crop failures from droughts, floods, and heat waves could collapse global food supply chains. Once these systems start to fail, the collapse of societies becomes not just likely, but inevitable. Climate apocalypse isn't just about temperature, it's about famine, war, mass migrations, and economic chaos, all in our lifetime. 4. COVID-19 showed the world how fragile we really are. But what if the next pandemic wasn't natural, but man-made? Gain-of-function research involves enhancing viruses to study how they might evolve. While intended to prepare us for future threats, this research carries enormous risk. A single mistake, or malicious actor, could unleash something worse than we've ever seen. A virus that spreads faster than COVID, kills more efficiently, and evades all known treatments. In 2021, a lab leak theory was considered fringe. Today, it's considered plausible by multiple governments. That's a wake-up call. Because new tools like CRISPR and gene synthesis kits are becoming cheaper and more accessible. A future bioterrorist wouldn't need a nation, just internet access and funding. When the next virus hits, we may not have the luxury of time, vaccines, or even warning. 5. The final frontier might be our biggest trap. Right now, there are over 130 million pieces of debris orbiting Earth, space junk from satellites, rockets, and broken tech. If even a small fragment collides with a satellite, it can cause a chain reaction called the Kessler syndrome. In this scenario, debris hits a satellite, shattering it into more debris. That debris hits others, creating exponential chaos. Eventually, Earth's orbit becomes so full of junk that launching new satellites, or escaping into space, is impossible. This isn't just bad for astronauts. GPS, internet, banking, weather tracking, all depend on satellites. The day Kessler syndrome kicks in, the global infrastructure could collapse. And the worst part? We may never see it coming. The sky above us may already be a ticking time bomb. The scariest part of these predictions? They're not based on fantasy. They're real threats, unfolding in laboratories, boardrooms, and ecosystems around us. If we don't act, or if we act too late, our future might become a dystopian story we wrote ourselves. Which of these terrifying predictions do you think is most likely? Let us know in the comments, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell so you never miss your next dose of shocking truth.